Welcome to Surf New Media's training. What we're going to do today is add an article to the site and show you some other features of the site. Right now we are logged in to the site, and you're going to see the real difference is the black and gray administration menu at the top. To add an article, for example, to the site, we'd click on the Add Content button. And when you do, a page comes up of all the various content types on your site. They all work in the same general principle. Article is probably the most complex one because it has the most fields to fill in, and we're going to start with that one. So we click on article, and you'll see that it's a series of blanks to fill in. You fill in as many as you'd like, and you can leave other ones blank that you do not want. The title would be the headline. The subhead would be a subhead if you have one. The section would be what section you want this article to appear in. For example, we're going to choose news. Featured is, well, there's a front page slideshow on every site, and if you want the image and the article to appear in that slideshow, we click include this article in the front page slideshow. And conversely, you'd hit do not if you do not want it to appear in the slideshow. Tags are a way to tag your content. You can add multiple comma separated words. And it's really a way to, if you had a budget meeting, you could tag it with budget meeting. And then if someone clicked the link at the bottom of the article for budget meeting, all articles with budget meeting would then appear on the page. A pulled quote works similar to a newspaper article, where it's a quote that will stand out a little bit bigger off to the, in this case, the right-hand side of the article, and really be brought out a little bit more. Byline as the byline, we're going to add in, just our company name right now, but it would be the reporter's name. And the body area is where you can either type in or copy and paste in some text. The text goes right in here. So, and you do have a slight text editor that you can use to bold or italicize and various functions like that. From there, after you copy and paste in your article, you can add an image, and you do this by clicking the Browse button. You choose what image you want to use. I'm just going to use a random image here. And then you can upload it. After the image is uploaded, you could give it a cut line and a photo credit if you so desire. And you could add multiple images just by continuing to do that. Files work similar to adding in an image, but it would be more of a document like a PDF or a Word document that someone can download. It'll show up as a link at the bottom of the article and someone can download it, such as, again, for a budget meeting or things like that. A kicker is just some additional information, not necessarily related to, or part of the article, but then again related to the article. It kind of works like a sidebar feature in a news article. We did add in some other fields here just to show you how they work, but adding in a video, there is a video content type. But for example, if you wanted to add in a video here, you could. You just copy and paste in a YouTube URL of the video that you want to use, and it'll then show up on your site. Like I said, there is a video content for this, but I just wanted to show you that you can add videos and various other fields to your article, and we can customize those as needed. You're basically done at this point. You can hit save. The photos that you uploaded will automatically be resized. You don't need to do it beforehand. The article will get categorized in the category that you want, what section you want it in. And all these various options here, we already have set up by default. You don't need to change them. The only one you might find useful is the scheduling options. And if you click the scheduling options, you can give it a date to publish on, meaning you can add the article today, but publish it at a future date. So that's when it would be available to the readers. If you leave this blank, by default it is blank, it'll automatically get published right to the site. And I'm going to hit save, and you're going to see that the article is added. I don't have much here to show, but the photo gets resized. We did ask it to be on the front page slideshow, and you'll see that it's on this front page slideshow as well as soon as it fully loads. There it is. It does show up onto the front page as well. We have a custom front page for every single site that we do, so that's all taken care of in the configurations. And all other content really follows the same pattern. If we click on add content, we can add additional various types of content. A basic page would be more for the About Us page. It's something that we take care of for you. A calendar item is very similar as well. It's to add an event to the calendar. You have a title and a description of your event, but then you have additional options as you scroll down for when the date and time is that you want that the event is actually occurring. If it does have an end date, you can click the show end date and it'll, you can put in the end date. And it also has some repeating options as well. If it's an event that happens every week, you can make it repeat weekly, monthly, etc. And when you're done, once again, you scroll to the bottom of the page and hit save, and the site takes care of everything else for you. The one content type that's a little different than the rest, though, is adding in an ad. And what an ad is on the site is a simple ad, as it's called. When we click on simple ad, you're going to see it's still a series of filling in the blanks, but they're a little different. The title is usually the advertiser name. The ad group is actually where you want the ad to appear on your site. This will be different for every newspaper as they each have different categories. But for example, if you wanted a big box ad on the top of the sidebar in this site, we'd click on that. By default, it is an image ad, and you add an image ad the same way you'd add a photo to an article. You click Browse, you find the ad on your desktop, and you can upload it that way. There is one additional thing that you would need to do with an ad, and that's to give it the URL address. This would be the http://www, whatever the advertiser's website is, .com. You'd put it right into here so that when someone clicks the ad, they'll be taken to the advertiser's website or wherever the advertiser would like it to go. You do have an active and end date. You can leave these blank, or you can use either one of them or both of them. Active date would mean when the ad becomes active on the site. The end date is when the ad should be expired from the site. Like I said, you can use both of these or one or the other. And if not, we just hit save anyway. And if you hit save without using those options, the ad is automatically put up onto the site and will stay up there until it's manually taken down. The other content types that we have on the site all follow the same general principle. We have the article that we went over, the basic page, calendar item, classified ad. This will vary for every site. I haven't had two sites that really do classifieds the same, but if you were to choose the out-of-the-box method, we'd hit classified ad, and again, we'd fill in the blanks. What category the ad should go in, the ad title, the ad body, and we click save at the bottom. Image gallery works the same way. It is adding a photo to the image gallery. You give the gallery a title. You add in the images. You could do multiple images, as you're adding them. You give the body as the gallery description, and you click save at the bottom. The site, again, takes care of resizing the photos and putting into gallery format, which is a nice slideshow on the site. And there's nothing more for you to do after you hit save. Let's see. The Node export import, this is really for importing your archives. It's something that our staff will do. The PDF edition is to add an e-edition if you're using our e-edition software. You click on PDF edition, and again, it's filling in the blanks. You give it a title. You choose what category, what type of e-edition that you're doing. These will change again for each newspaper. You browse for your cover image, just a cover image of your e-edition. And just like you would do an image to upload the PDF, you'd hit browse and you'd find the PDF on your site, a single PDF. It could be multiple pages. You find that single PDF, you upload it, and you click save, and the site once again takes care of everything. There's nothing more for you to do after you hit save. Going through the rest of these, the product is something that the Surf New Media staff does to set up your subscription, so it's nothing that you need to worry about. A simple ad campaign has really fallen out of popularity recently, but if you were to sell ads based on the number of clicks or impressions, again, the Surf New Media staff can set up a campaign for your advertising. Overall, most people are ignoring this at this point. The Simple News newsletter is a breaking news alert or another news alert that gets emailed out to people. It has two boxes to fill in. It has the title and it has the body. The title becomes the subject line of the email. The body becomes the body of the email. When you hit save, in this case, the email gets sent out to everyone on the subscription list that is signed up for the newsletter. The video content type we talked about a little bit earlier. When we click a video content, we go through it, we click video, give it a title, just like you would an article. You choose the section that you want it to appear in. You can give it tags if you so desire. And then the video URL would be the fully qualified URL of the YouTube video, basically copying and pasting in the http://youtube.com/ whatever that video is. And the video will automatically appear on your site after we hit save. The reason why we do go through YouTube is because of the special software that's needed to convert a video to be able to be viewable on all different types of devices, such as phones, tablets, and computer browsers. YouTube does the heavy lifting for us, so that's why we just paste in a URL for the YouTube video. A web form, these are the forms on your site. These are the announcements, the letters to the editor, the news tips, any types of web forms that you have on your site. We will never ask you to make a web form. It is the most tedious process in the world. So we do need to have it in here so our staff can make them. But if you ever need an additional web form, just contact us and we'd be happy to put one up on the site for you. Now, that covers all the adding of content, but finding the content, we use the Find Content button. And when we click on the Find Content button, it's going to list off all the various pieces of content that we've added to the site, videos, articles, you name it, in reverse chronological order. The newest one will always be at the top. You do have some filters at the top where you can narrow down your search. So for an example, if you're just looking for an ad, for an example, we'll click Simple Ad and then hit Filter. And this will filter out so that only the ads show up. And you can either click on the title to be taken to the page to view the ad, or we can edit using this edit button over here, and then you can edit the ad or whatever type of content that you want to edit. The various other links that you have in the black bar, a lot of them are really set up for the administrators of the site and the developers. There is one, though, that you might find very useful, and this is the People menu. The People menu handles all the various users that are on the site, from administrators to subscribers. You'll see that the list will include the username of the person and what their role is. So we have, in this case, a couple administrators, an editor, and a subscriber. A subscriber would be anybody that has bought a subscription to the site through the site, which all happens automatically. If someone buys a subscription, they get granted a subscriber role to be able to get behind the paywall, and they'll have that subscriber role until their role expires. Once it expires, the site will automatically revoke their role. However, there might be times when you need to manually add in a subscriber if someone walks through the door and doesn't do it online or something. In this case, we go to the People page, we click Add User, and similar to like we would with adding in an article, it's a series of filling in the blanks. We give that person a username, we take their email address, you assign them a password and confirm it, and you can give them a role of subscriber or whatever other role that you want to give them, and we can notify them as well. After we're done, we click Create New Account rather. The subscriber will be given their information, their username and password and ways to log in, and you're done in this case. Now we do have more. You'll get a getting started guide when we do the training. This starting guide will explain this in more detail and does go over some of the things that we did today on how to add an article, how to add a PDF edition, and how to do various other functions on the site. One of the things that we do find is that if we can talk and show you this over and over again, but until you actually log into the site and start adding content, that's really when the questions really start to come up. So one of the things we are going to ask you to do is log into your new site before it is launched, add some dummy content, play around with the site a little bit and see where, what you like and what you don't like. And this is really when we can start answering questions for you and making adjustments to the site to fit into your workflow. Again, we are only a phone call away or an email away at any point. If you'd like to go on to a more personalized training, that is something we can definitely set up, and we look forward to hearing from you, and we really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much, and you all have a great day.